Whenever I'm in Oak Cliff, I gotta stop by Sankofa. Sankofa is one of my favorite restaurants, if not my favorite restaurant. Not only in Oak Cliff, but really all in the city of Dallas is a place where you can come. You can get your read on, you get your eat on, you can enjoy the music, you can enjoy the environment. Sankofa is a place to be. I love coming here and I hope you come here too.
Talking about Gino Young. We come back to Sankofa Kitchen. Look who walked in the building. Gino Young himself.
Had to get it. Had to get some
Man,
food,
appreciate
man.
it, man.
Good to see you, man.
That's good to be seen.
For sure.
This brother been with us for a long time and supporting us from day one. And I just want to, just get a word from him. And first, what I like to do is like a lot of times we don't, in our own city, a lot of times we don't get the accolades we need. And what I would like to do, because I don't even know all of the array of them, but what I would like to do first of all, before is for you to just tell the people like, what's your background?
Oh, yeah. Look, I'm an Oak Cliff kid, born and raised.
That's my hood.
Yeah, my pops, born and raised in Dallas, from South Dallas, went to Lincoln High School, so he came up through, Dallas ISD, played in band, all that different stuff. My pop's a principal, my parents are educators. So I went to Dallas School, you know what I'm saying? I went to Atwell Middle School. I went to Kimball for about a year, then I went to Booker T in DISD, graduated from there. Studied music, did all that kind of stuff. So, once I graduated from college, I came back, started working kind of in the community and church here, and just making music. And then that's when, although we knew each other,
Right.
that's when, you say I supported y'all. That's when Sankofa became a part of my life and started supporting me. Gave me as an artist a platform to play, to host, to do open mic, to work with other artists, to meet other folks. Get my diet correct, all kind of stuff, man. Just to be exposed to, the Sankofa family. That's where it started for me. So I'm a Dallas cat, a Dallas musician, a Dallas artist. But Sankofa is as much a part of my background in music as school, college, training. It's a training ground for me.
Right on.
Yeah.
So he was being real modest, y'all. You know, he said music, but we gonna get a little deeper into the music because it's just more than a local deal. This brother's been around the world more than one time doing music game, independently as well as with other artists. So I mean, you know, give us a little bit about your
Yeah, well,
your albums.
okay, well, yeah. But I started out music directing, and I'm part of that Badu family, that camp,
Right.
that's connected with Sankofa. So that started me out coming back, working with her, producing music directing on the road, and then I decided to do my own thing. I was working with other artists in Domby, working on their albums, and I decided to put out an album while I was working with everybody else. And like you said, got blessed to be able to travel the world, spend a lot of time in Paris, connected Paris with Sankofa.
right.
Like
I
there,
forgot about
yeah,
that.
man. There's a whole
Yeah.
man. This thing is international. There's a whole partnership and family in Paris, France, with some brothers and sisters over there that connected with Sankofa, and had just heard of the legend of the open mic and the artistic community that was built at Sankofa. So I was able to tour with my own music. Was able to tour, with that
This
Badu
before it was
family.
popular.
Yeah,
This is
oh, yeah,
before it was
this,
popular
this
to be
is
independent.
This is popping off. I mean, this is basically you got Ndombi in Dallas, who really is the queen of it,
That's
for
right.
sure.
Absolutely.
Then you got, Eric Roberson on the East Coast, who's kind of like the king.
Well, hold on, let's talk about that. I think we were the first one. Me and you.
First one
to bring him to town?
First one to bring him to Texas.
Everybody else bringing it right now, but we broke him, didn't we?
Broke him. Had to move everything. It was standing room. We had to move everything out the club. Had chairs and stuff in the kitchen in the back because we were
right.
trying to figure out how many people were gonna sell from bringing Eric Roberson. Yeah, so to this family allowing us the vision, because we was talking about it. We got to bring this cat. We got to bring this cat. I remember we knew his music, knew all he did. I went to college with him, but y'all allowed it to come through, right? And after that,
how small it is when you talking about went to college. Raheem Devon came through. He come through every time with you in town.
Yeah.
So I get to joking with him. I said, how's Farrington? And he was like, how you know about that? I said, man, my partner that we used to do all the stuff, y'all went to school. Now I mentioned he knew the whole circle.
whole crew.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, so it's man, the legend of Sankofa is international, right? And not just the legend, the real, the truth. The things that have gone on in this place, have influenced culture, not just here, but around the world. I mean, they literally had a Sankofa soul contest based on, what was going on in open mic Sankofa. They tried to emulate in Paris, not to steal it, not to copy it, but they wanted to expose the people in Paris to soul music and to the open mic scene like Sankofa did in Dallas. So,
That was all behind him.
hey,
Appreciate you, big bro.
bro, appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
You the man.
Gino Young, y'all. We got more music coming out?
Soon, very, very soon. This summer, it's summer 23. So by my birthday, Virgo season.
That's right.
Yeah,
Where can we find him at? Where can we find you?
You can find me anywhere. I'm on all the streaming platforms, on iTunes, on Spotify. You can find it anywhere you find music, like YouTube channel, all that different stuff. Gino Young.
What is it hurting you to acknowledge that I see you?
It's a lack of socialization. Socialization got interrupted when the family got out of position. Don't know
If
that.
you see the deer and the lion and the they gonna acknowledge each other. I gotta acknowledge. I gotta get as far away from you as possible.
Looking up every 5 minutes.
The monkey in the tree gonna let you know. Somebody is on the way. They acknowledge it both parties. You know, but we've got so, like you said, so masculine that it's almost become that we become so stupid. You know.
What it is I think a little of this fear. If you're gonna have civilization and barbarity, to be civilized, somebody's gonna have to lose. They're two distinctive factors for a reason. And if barbarians take over and civilize you, then civilized. Just think if you're civilized and a barbarian takes you over, just imagine the impact that it's really having on you. So that creates another dichotomy, which is called domination. How is the man when he's been dominated? So I have to overcompensate, right? You know, because
that's what it is. That overcompensation that you're feeling like, man, you got to do this. You know, just because this is what society and whoever tells you you have to be. But it's like the one thing about this. I remember when Dr. David Lewis was talking about the anatomy of the body. He said nature is conservative. It creates one body. And that body starts off female, and that's the X chromosome. And then, if it desires, to be that, then it has enough testosterone to have that XY, you know, on there. So nature, you know, we all, as I tell my sons, we have an aspect of us that it is that nurture, that feeling, because we all start off right. But that doesn't mean that we go into it and be too.
Right.
We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't. As I tell myself, look, man, when you standing there,
That's another overcompensation.
You don't stand with your hand, you know, going toward the back, you know, like behind your fingers toward the back. What does that matter? Women may do that because they got a little more lump back.
That's right.
So they need to hold it. You ain't got no lump back. If you have to put your hands forward, you put them forward in an authoritative figure like, look, what are you doing here? If you have to put your hands on the hip. So there's certain mannerisms that we have to, you know, be able to do. But like you say, we have to balance that.
Well, you know, even as a man, as I train young boys, the difference between arrest and attention you prepare to fight. Anytime that my palms are up, that means I can strike. Whether I have to strike you forward or whether I have to strike you by bullet trigger on a pistol. So that's why I still believe that we need to have the basic training, because a well-trained man also trains a woman as well on what it is to be a man. So you're not out making a proclamation, I'm your mama and your daddy too. No, you're not. You're just my mama and my dad is missing. You may be telling me some of the things that a man needs to be told, but you're not a man. So I think everybody has tried to take our position. I told a group of black boys today, you know, the difference between you and everybody else is you the first man. It's just like Michael Jordan. Everybody said, I'm the new Jordan, I'm the new, okay. Everybody wants your birthright. Right. And that's the same thing with you.
Absolutely.
So, but I think it goes back, I think you made a good point about the civilization of barbarity. You know, I would think it'd be barbaric, you know, for us to be indecent. If I was walking outside and my pants were down, you can see the crack in my ass. My mama gonna say something, everybody else is gonna say something. You can't make that a fact.
Explain to me, I'm on 35.
You came in.
You know how they got people, you know, you on parole or something, you got to go and clean up the streets and all that, the highway and all that. Why did I see our cousin on the side of the road? He was hard cleaning up the street. Pants was down here. He can't even hold the thing to pick up the trash and the trash thing because he got to still hold it.
That lets you know when your priorities are messed up. That's when the code of conduct is totally gone.
Absolutely.
You're not committed to the culture now. You're committed to whatever is popular.
I see you on the freeway.
I see dudes
It's
with
exciting.
grades. Yeah, I see dudes with grades doing it.
Oh man, and it fixes that. It just destroys me when I see
I'm
it.
like, y'all copying off the children, man.
Hey, ooh, ain't that saying
You
something?
know what I'm
man?
saying?
That's true. Because in our generation, it started that it was with bagging. The whole, all the way down to the kneecaps, it just evolved into it. But the bagging started, and then all of a sudden, we went all the way back to the plantation.
Well, I don't say it evolved. It devolved. It went down. Is what it basically did.
Put your
But
pants up, Lee.
you know what? If you had your pops and that, instead of 72% of listen, it'd been real clear. You know, you wouldn't have to be doing a whole bunch of going back and forth.
How's it going, everyone? Whenever I'm in Oak Cliff, I always got to find my way to Sankofa. It's a place where you can come, have great food, great fun, even great entertainment, great music, opportunity to enjoy our culture within our community, a place where you can come, you can bring your family, you can bring your friends, have a great time, and come enjoy Sankofa like I'm about to do right now.
That you all, we have come to our 30-minute piece.
And I'm bringing, we gonna say this here, I'm gonna do is I said in the bullet because I still believe that we have to hear what he said. Until you understand white supremacy, everything else is gonna be confusing to you.
Absolutely. People don't take that deep. They hear that on the surface and they kind of do it as a cliche. Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, they understand it. But you start to break down the level. You get to Dr. Leary Fuller, man, and he had 9 areas of people activity that will pretty much cover anything on the planet that a species of humans can go through. I don't know what baboons and fish, I don't know what they go through. If you're a human, you can relate to one of these things on here. And so what he said was, you know, in looking at all these different things, white supremacy has formed and made it. And if you don't understand that, every time you think you're making an advance, it really ain't gonna be an advance because you're not gonna know the game is set up. You were talking a while ago about the building the house and man, I tell people like this. The best thing that you can do is set you a goal and then work backwards. Most of my children are like, what do you mean work backwards? I was like, just take it on a basic level. If I want to make 10,000 steps for the day, your Apple Watch, Fitbit, whatever, say you need to have 10,000 steps for that day. The first thing you do is take one step at a time on that. And so I tell you, if you do that with your relationship, you do that in business or whatever. I want to be able to make $1 million. Okay, so how you going to get to it? Because what time, many times what we do, get back to Dr. Fuller, what he said is things happen like this. Thought, speech, and action. In that order. You know what I'm saying? We can't mess up the order. Thought, speech, and action. And so many times we think it. I want to be able to, we say it. Yeah, I want to be able to, in the practical steps of, okay, how I'm going to get there. We just leave it out there as some empty goal to be able to do it. And that's why, how you were saying about processes and putting things in the order are of paramount importance. Like you said, to build a house, and when I go in and build a property, I have to start with this. Right. Then I go, I start with a foundation. Actually, I put the plumbing in first. I start with ring 30. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through that process. If you mix up the process, then it ain't going to be right at the end of the day. So you got to be able to set your goals, whatever you're looking forward to do, and work backwards. And many of us, we're so concerned and so consumed with today, we don't get to be able to see tomorrow or what we really want it to look like and work backwards. We in the rat race to just make it, you know.
Well, I have something similar to that, what he said, but a lot of what I do to get my curriculum together was from the book. The whole concept of codes of conduct, the whole concept of structure. And I realized that, I used to listen to him in the car all the time, and every time he was saying for every action, there was equal and opposing reaction. And then he started talking about cause and effect. In my mind, because I have to change the process, I'm a guy who's causing effect. You see what I'm saying? That's the way that you do that. My process was image and shape your reality. What you see reflects what you feel. What you feel reflects what you think. How you think dictates how you act. How you act will dictate how others will react to you. That reaction defined by society is your status. Them some lazy. Oh, they sorry. Oh, they work hard. I mean, but that's determined by how people see you. And how you see things starts in your head, not really with your eyes.
Right.
So it is really a process, and I think that's what we have to work upon. But people are image driven by, when they came with the Indians, what did they do? They give them beads and trinkets. And then they gave me something to numb the fact that the beads and trinkets don't work for you. The beads and trinkets to us is what materialism is. Everybody got to chase is the money check. It ain't about your passion and what you do no more, D.
That's right.
So when you lose passion in what you do, you'll steal from your brother. You can last as long as you last, D, because you got a passion for what you do. It's impossible for you to have done that without that.
I always tell people, they be like, how you? I say stubborn.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You be in business a long time, you have to be stubborn.
Because the numbers don't fit every time. But let's look at it, man. If you don't worry about these numbers right now, you may well get on out of here. Because you ain't going to be in business long.
You gotta have certain principles have to be there. I mean, that's whether you're dealing with a friendship, a marriage, a business arrangement, whatever. Principles have to be there. And sometimes being stubborn is...
Yeah, he said numbers don't lie. They lying today. He said the devil is a lie. These numbers is a lie.
Right, what we say, we tell the truth tomorrow, we say numbers don't lie. People do. That's right. The numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So if you stick it with the numbers, you're good. You're good on that.
But I just think even for this is for me, for those who are listening. If you don't have it, get you a camaraderie of some brothers that you respect and that respect you in a circle, and see how you build your psychological infrastructure. You cannot keep pounding.
Yeah, we back at you again with a good one today. We got the original host of Sankofa Arts Cafe in the building, Mr. Gino Jonathan White.
That's me.
Please say that, man.
Hey, appreciate you, bro.
First, man, he ain't got time for us. The way he told me he got me, he got one bar for me. He ain't even got all 16.
Right, man. My helicopter's parked out here in this lot, man. My pilot be acting funny.
Say, man, appreciate you doing this, man. I just wanted to get a little, put your screens with us, man. You started it all for us, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate the opportunity.
So we gonna just let you talk about it, man. Just talk about the experience we had together, man. I know y'all didn't like me, but it's okay though. Just talk about.
Well, we definitely didn't like it because, but we appreciated the opportunity. I think you can work with a person and not like them.
Say word.
Say word. Man, I don't even use that no more.
But I'm a street entrepreneur.
I was street poet, you street entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I was the art side, he was the business side. Yeah, man, we were sitting over at this little spot called Reciprocity, man.
Big up to Tiffany, man. I just saw Emmanuel.
The word. That's the music. He doing great things, man. And so when I was hosted up in that spot, and this brother and brother Curtis would be sitting in the back, taking it all in. And one day he walked up to me and said, "Hey, man, you want to come host this poetry thing I got over at my spot? He called it Cultural Insights at the time.
You taking them back?
And so I said, yeah, man, I want to get down. So we cruised on over there, and the rest is history. By the time I got over there, Cultural Insights was still there, but Sankofa Arts Cafe was opening. And so, I'd be down at Cultural Insights stealing their books. And I probably owe them about $153 for books. But, I take that for those times he shorted on my pay. Now, but it was a wonderful experience, man. I think we started a movement of sort that I don't think anybody saw coming. We had so many wonderful poets in the house. We began to have so many wonderful musicians. Like, these musicians would tour with Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, and when they wasn't touring, they was at Sankofa Arts Cafe, and they were the easiest cats to work with. People always ask, did we rehearse? We never rehearsed, not once. They were just great musicians. They were wonderful poets. And even if you were a terrible poet, the zodiac level was to make you sound good. So that's how that went. And it was a wonderful, wonderful run.
Let me stop you there. The run was great, but you talked about all the wonderful poets and all the artists. And
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's be real. Mm-hmm. You are one of, not just Dallas is one of the one of the best poets and writers in the country.
Well, thank you.
We don't, besides hosting, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen an MC better than you still to this day. You know what I'm saying? They know how to touch the crowd and do his thing. So, that's why I came to you with reciprocity, because I'm like, this dude has got it. That's the scene artist of an MC. Even though we had to make you do your poetry because you set the bar so high. And I think you can see that now, 20 years later, the young cats still come between you because they know greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Man, I was just doing what I was doing. I really appreciated the circle we was in. It gave me an opportunity to be creative. And I think from 98 to 2008, my day job was poetry and hosting. And it sparked off from Sankofa Arts Cafe, just that was the hub. People come through, hey man, I'm doing something in Ontario, Canada. Can you come through? I'll pay for everything. You doing something in New York? It was cool. There were times I was in New York and I call on the phone when we'd have a substitute host and making sure that my baby was all right.
That's right. So tell me the book. What was the name of the book?
My book at the time was called Process of Confession. You can still find it on Amazon. People out there selling my book used on Amazon. It's $200.
See, I want to put mine on there.
Yeah, put it on there. I looked on there and, I had to let people know that money ain't coming to me. Some people, like there's books on Amazon that says autographed by the author. So I want to look at those books and see who sold my book.
Wow.
But, man, it's, it fluctuates from 100 to 200. Oh, and that was a $10 book back in the day, but it was called Process of Confession. And, the person who helped me get the name together was the sisters over at Black Images.
Hey, Miss Rogers.
Yeah, Miss Rogers. So I call Miss Rogers. I say, I'm working on this book. I'm gonna call it the in-depth overstanding of the placebo syndrome. Right. She said, you want to sell this to me? I was like, yes, ma'am. She said, you need to work on that name.
Yeah. Miss Rogers helped a lot of people. I had to went to a art and talk in Frank Frazier this past week, and Miss Rogers was there, and Mr. Frazier was talking about how of an impact she was on helping him get his career going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She helped all of us. She helped, Kamika Spencer, a.k.a. Emotion Brown. The Emotion used to work in Black Images.
She talked about that.
Yeah. And so
who inspires you on the writer side? Besides Fritz?
Oh, man, just Prince. Just Prince and Parliament. I'm into all the P's, baby. Prince, Parliament, poetry, and this is a family show, so I won't say the other. But my inspiration mostly came from the Last Poets, and when I first started writing, I wanted to be Ice Cube. So my cadence, my stuff is very cadence heavy, musical. It was very rhymey at the time, and of course the Last Poets. It was Umar with the Last Poets. It was just those were my influences. Gil Scott Heron. I really didn't have any local influences as far as poetry. All of them were those, those classic kind of black nationalist poets. I studied them. And also, I think my major influences was Emotion Brown, Judah the Black Rose, and all the crew that was with Oil at the time, our group Ordained in Lyrics. And because they say iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens, yeah. And so we kind of kept each other on lock. I'd write a poem, I'd be finished with the poem, but I go to Oil rehearsal like, this is a little something I'm doing, but I ain't done with it yet. Just to see the feedback, because they clown you, they clown you. So, you had to be on your P's and Q's. But those are my major influences. And just growing up in Oak Cliff, Highland Hills, kind of doing that crack era, man. And because I'd have some politically conscious poetry, but it was more, it still spoke to the streets. And that kind of what birthed like poems like Street Poet, because I wanted the cats on the street to see that there was a path. You ain't gotta change your rhythm or your how you bop into the scene. You ain't gotta take your gold out or take your chains off. Just know that do something better for the community. Be more conscious in your approach to the community.
And I think that's what helped you out. I mean, this is my personal opinion, because you were so diverse. Mm-hmm. From like you said, with the last sports to Q, and then you went into understanding and studying Steve Coakley and Dr. Hart type of deal. So you was able to take that whole social commentary and bring it together.
Absolutely. That was the other, you just sparked a memory for me. That was my other big influences. I was mentored by Steve Coakley. Got to hang out with John Henry Clark, and that was amazing situation. Being able to see Dr. James Smalls put it down, Dr. Africa, and just sometimes being in the right place at the right time at Sankofa, and all these historical heavyweights just coming through the room, and sometimes they're not even doing a lecture.
Right.
They come and get some French fries they damn self.
Well, man, I know you're getting ready to go over and take them up and there at the spots you got to go do the anniversary with, so I don't want to keep you. Yeah. Tell us what you're doing now.
Right now, brother, what I'm doing now is I'm working on a couple of projects. I'm actually writing music for people.
Okay.
And with the lyric aspect of it,
right,
anyway. And I've worked on a couple of books. I released another book called 101 Breakup Poems. They little short poems. They short like my relationships. And
I hate you say.
Yes, that's absolutely. And, because I've been doing it forever. They were like, and I'd pretend I had a book. Yeah. And he's like, where can I get that book? And I'm like, I need to quit playing.
So you done another book?
I did it.
Where can we find it?
Actually, right now, you can't find it anywhere. It's sold out. And I'm going to try to go into a reprint. I just did a kind of an underground printing of it.
Right.
It's self-publishing. So you won't find it on Amazon. But you can find it at Sankofa over here in, where we at?
Coming soon.
Very soon. And I'm going to drop you off a few. You can do what you want to. But that's what I'm doing now. I'm working on some music, man. I actually wrote two country songs for a dude.
Come on, man.
Yeah, this cool ass white dude out of South Lake.
Really?
Yeah, he liked the lyrics, and I'd already did the melody on guitar, and then we kind of rearranged it a little bit, and they out there.
That's dope. So when you doing some films or something?
Yeah, I did a couple of films, man, and one was called Disowning Claire. And then I've done a few short films here and there. But I'm going to jump back into it. I'm doing a little short film stuff. And I'm writing a few short stories now, too. They're sci-fi stories.
Yeah.
And so most of my stuff is dystopian future landscapes where, we done messed up society once again and trying to scrape through.
Man, I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, brother.
What I would really like to do, man, I know you're an MC and that you always coming out the door.
Yes, sir.
I'd really love for you to close out with one of those magical poems, let the people see that you still got it.
Oh, wow, man. Let me see. I don't know if I still got it, though.
You got America, what was it? How'd you do that?
What, America for me is a beautiful lie?
Yeah, yes, right. I don't remember the rest of it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you see.
I'm here for two reasons, work hard and die. I'm black, I'm male, and Lord is difficult. The black, the dangerous, the damned, the mythical. The invisible builder of this free nation, but never a part of the free equation. Praying in cotton fields for salvation, I wonder if heaven has southern plantations. The air is filled with death's perfume. Please light a candle for the Nathan soon. for all those who died in the bellies of the ships, for all those who died over simple street shit. We once marched and died for civil rights. The struggle was our collective plight. No more white sheets fill the night. Now it's each other that we fight. Quick to grasp the American dream, whose gods are currency, cash, and cream. Cocaine, heroin, triple beams. Wall Street is no better than ghetto schemes. Both developed to score some paper to have more than our next door neighbor. Inside secrets, inside trading, just another inside Negro caper. You really want to know who shot Tupac and Biggie? The same evil spirits that shot Malcolm and Kennedy. Some of y'all listening, but some ain't hearing me. Illuminati, none dare call it conspiracy. You see, Uncle Sam had a farm, CIA. And on that farm, he had some drugs, C-R-A-C-K.
I told y'all you were bad. Give thanks, brother.
I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, we don't have to close it out like we always close out. What if?
What if Rosa Parks had a car? Peace out.
Peace.
There you go.
But we use one tool I tell my instructors when I'm training. You can't come and work with kids and if the only thing you're using is a damn hammer, you're not gonna be successful. They're not nails. They come in with a hammer. But you gotta come in and have an understanding. Same way with business. Everybody assume when you do something and you make it look easy, if you ain't coming in cussing, talking about these people doing anything, first thing they gonna say, man, I can do what these do.
Exactly.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna open me up a restaurant tomorrow.
I've seen it.
We'll close out about a weekend.
That's right.
2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, give them 3 months.
Yeah, I done went into a partnership with someone that put up all the money for the restaurant. We gonna do 50-50. I'm gonna bring up all the money. I said, I just need you to come and put it together. I said, shit, I ain't no problem with that. Yeah, I do this all day long.
That's my 50K.
Yeah. So we get to running. I'm saying, no, this ain't gonna work. Cause you basing it off of corporate world and you based it off of your degrees. And I'm saying to myself, first of all, the money that we playing with ain't no real money. The only reason I said we could do this is because I know how to turn some corners.
Right. That come from your years, your experience, you can't pay for it. That's wisdom.
We got paper. We on paper that we 50-50. I see this. I said, this is not gonna work. I said, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you have this because I'm not gonna be your scapegoat. I could have sit there and grab some money and just sit there waiting for them. I said, here, you can have this. I'm gonna back it all the way out. Absolutely. I'm gonna back all the way out the deal. It didn't last too long. It did last year.
Wow.
You like the gambler,
Was
man.
that
You know when to hold them, when to fold them, when to run like hell.
But I thought about what both of y'all was saying, though. I was just thinking about that. But what I thought about was Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. He always says, if you the smartest one in your group, you need to get another group. And I was just thinking about when you was talking, that's what motivated me to keep searching and get more knowledge. Is that when we had the group years ago at Rashid Enterprise, and then sit and listen to you articulate, and then because this man, ever since I've known this, he always got a pen and paper. I've never seen him without this guy. You know what I'm saying? I do it when I'm at home, but I've always been able to grab it in my head because okay, 2 minutes. Okay, so but I just want to make this point here. But my deal was in the beginning. See, when you talk about Amos Wilson, the self-hatred,
Right.
It was and I know what necessarily self-hatred. It was just like when you don't confidence and stuff like that. I feel like I couldn't spell all the words and all this type of stuff the way it needed to be spelled. So I twisted and said, look, I got to memorize this as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? So we'll come back to it because I know we were to flip out.
Yeah, what I do is I just misspell the word when I'm writing. I know what I was trying to say.
Phonetically.
What's up, everybody? Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know who it is. It's your main man called Payne. The one, the only. Y'all already know what I done did and what I done done. You want me to do it? I'll do it at the end. I know what you want. You want the bird call, but I'll give it to you later. Because right now we at the other bird's house, Sankofa, that bird. Here in, now, I don't want to get this wrong. I don't want to say Dallas or Fort Worth if I'm, because I know they got this little feud. Yeah, okay. We Oak Cliff. That's where we at. Behind that prepositional phrase. We are in Oak Cliff at Sankofa, man. They got the best of both worlds going on here. Every time I'm in Dallas, this is where I come. This is where I come to Sankofa, man. Best of both worlds. They got everything you need here. All the healthy stuff, all the vegan stuff, the stuff for your. They feed your soul, they feed your body, and they feed your mind, man. They got books, they got artwork. They got soap. Okay, and they got fresh juices, fresh squeezed juices, and fresh pressed juices, so that's gonna clean you out, for sure. That's TMI, but it's gonna do what it do. So next time you're in Oak Cliff, you come to Dallas Fort Worth, make sure you come out to Sankofa, man. They're gonna get you right. Best of both worlds. If you like vegan, you want to eat healthy, fine. If you want to eat a little unhealthy, but it's still healthy, because I can't say that beef ain't healthy, but they got a regular burger, then they got the burger, fries, mice. They got it all. Make sure you come to Sankofa when you're here. All right. It's your main man called Payne. We are in Oak Cliff at Sankofa, man. They got the best of both worlds going on here. They got everything you need here. All the healthy stuff, all the vegan stuff, the stuff for your. They feed your soul, they feed your body, and they feed your mind, man. They got books, they got artwork, they got soap. Okay, and they got fresh juices. I know what you want.
I'm sitting here with the real triple OG right now, y'all. This is Miss Emma Rogers. This is the pioneer of black literature in the city of Dallas right now. And we just honored to have her coming through and supporting and eating with Sankofa. And I just wanted to just you know, get you on camera, let the people see
Well,
you.
this is my favorite place, and I love the Impossible Burger. Sankofa has the best Impossible Burger in the United States of America, okay? Because I've eaten them in other states and the airports and what have you, and it has the absolute best. They have great service. The food is good and hot. It's seasoned well. You really don't have to add anything to it. I've had their fish, and you have nachos or something. My late husband loved their fish and what have you, but I am addicted to the Impossible Burger, and I try to come here at least once or twice a month to get my addiction settled.
We appreciate you, Ms. Rogers.
Okay.
Like I said, this is the founder. Black Image is Book Bazaar.
And it was Rogers, R-O-D.
R-O-D. We gonna put that on there. We appreciate everything, Ms. Rogers.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.